Hi, from sunny California. It's a beautiful day here. I hope you're having a good day as well. For the most part, there are some functions that I could say are governance that operate within management, like the legal function, maybe the executive committee, the top executive team. But by and large, we're talking about the board. And so here I'm talking about board's role in governance, that is its job, but governance of risk. But there's a key point here. They need to find a sound balance between risk taking, which is necessary for success, and the way in which they talk about risk management, which is making sure you're not taking the wrong risks, both the good and the bad, that you're able to achieve success. Will the organization achieve its objectives? Is management making the informed and intelligent decisions necessary for success? Are they making them with a good understanding of what might happen? So, for example, if we need to persuade our customers to take on a new product, what's the likelihood of doing that? Now, I like a quote from one of the gurus, longtime gurus of risk management, Felix Kloman. And he said, risk management helps you pierce the fog of uncertainty. It helps you to find a way to see a little bit better into what might happen in the path ahead. So do you have some way of dealing with these, whether it be crisis communications and being able to pull the necessary resources and people in to address a situation? Are you prepared for these unforeseen events and situations? So what's the likelihood of achieving them? Do you have enough information to be able to project with reasonable clarity whether you're going to achieve, whether the organization is going to achieve those enterprise objectives? So do you believe risk management is effective? And I'm not talking about just your function. And then finally, you're the expert on this with obviously the collaboration of legal team. So hopefully through this set of questions and a discussion among everybody, we're going to get some really good information about the quality of risk management, the quality of management by the management team, and how effective it is, what is being left on the table, what we can do to improve our ability to make the right decisions. So we need to be spending our time judiciously, and certainly to me as a board member and Norman Marks, I think we should be more comfortable with how in general management is functioning rather than working on specific areas. If we focus on specific areas and spend all of our time talking about cyber and reputational risk and third-party risk, trade compliance, then we're not talking about how management generally runs the business and whether they are making informed and intelligent decisions every day. Why do you have a risk committee that talks about the things that could go wrong and is separate from discussion about strategy? It's separate from any discussion about achieving success, performance. But the broader discussion of strategy cannot be separate from risk. How we are addressing risk and how it would affect the likelihood of achieving objectives positively or negatively really has to be done by the full board, not by the audit committee, not by the risk committee. I mean, maybe the audit committee can have a look at some process, but the actual achievement of objectives and likelihood of achieving objectives, the extent of achieving objectives, has to consider risk. We shouldn't be pushing boards to have a risk committee. In other words, it's not something they want to do or need to do, it's something they have to do to comply. The board, the governance function, is responsible for ensuring that they have an effective management team in place. And I love this expression, nose is in, fingers out, which means that the board needs to have a good understanding, be comfortable with how well the management is doing it, but not try and manage it themselves. The link is here. Look forward to hearing from you and enjoy the rest of the conference.